Hi everyone, Coach Eli here, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell, and then make sure you select all notifications so that way you won't miss a single thing when it comes to the absolute best business and personal success tips on the net. I'm 49 years old. I have a lot of life experience. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've learned from those mistakes. And I'm all about coming from the school of hard knocks, right? You know, live and learn, right? And a lot of people will try to discredit me because they know I'm right. When people get called out on their BS and then and they don't like it, instead of saying, yeah, dude, you're right, I own it, you know, let me learn from it and be better the next time, they end up, you know, just trying to discredit you. See, typically when people try to discredit you, it's because they know you've got them pegged, right? And I say this humbly and respectfully because I'm not out here to get anyone. I truly have everyone's best interest in my heart and soul, my head and heart, however you want to say it. I just want to help people. Now, also, make sure you subscribe to Coach Eli to Authentic Live Streams, my secondary channel, the most positive place on the internet. We're very positive over there, but we also keep it real. And sometimes when other people push, you know, the boundaries and we have to call them out, it may sound like we're not trying to be positive, but we actually are. We're just trying to be truthful while being positive at the same time. And we're being truthful and positive by not blowing smoke up your ass. It's the bottom line, right? Who wants smoke blown up their booty, right? Their booty hole, right? I'm sorry about that. So subscribe to Coach Eli to Authentic Live Streams because there's going to be a lot of content coming on there soon. I wanted to do this video today because I haven't done one in a while here on my main channel, and I wanted to update you folks because I haven't even put out a community posting in a while. And there's been a lot going on. Most of you know I've been doing the DoorDash / Uber Eats delivery driver thing for almost 3 months now. I've been doing that to subsidize my other income to help out my lady until she's, you know, able to work again. She's had some medical issues that she's been taking care of, and we're almost there. And once that happens, she'll be able to start working again. And so things are getting better there, and I'm going to start to have more time to produce more content. But I'm also going to be changing my schedule. I'm going to be changing my schedule doing the DoorDash and Uber Eats thing because I'm beginning to realize that weekends are just not good times to go out and do this type of work. There are orders, but nobody seems to tip like on the weekends. I've gotten orders today, and all of them have been from non-tippers. I've gotten $5, $4, $6, $7 orders, when on weekdays I typically get orders that are, you know, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, even some $15+ for one order. And I'm beginning to realize, and you tell me in the comments section, this makes sense to you folks that do this type of work, that, you know, the delivery driving, the food delivery driving, okay? You tell me that it would make sense for people to tip more on the weekdays, because if they're waiting, if they get an hour lunch and they order their food, and it doesn't get there right away, they're not going to be able to eat their food, right? So it's almost kind of like people are forced to tip during the lunch rush. And sometimes, and people typically during the week, you know, will more so tip when they're ordering, you know, food delivery to their homes because they don't feel like cooking and they want to get their food faster. And that's because they're working. But on the weekends, it seems like people on the weekends don't care if their food is running late. As long as they get it and they don't have to tip, that's what they seem to care about. That's what I'm noticing. So more than likely, I'm going to stop, you know, doing the DoorDash and Uber Eats food delivery thing on Saturdays and Sundays. I'm just going to work Mondays through Fridays and create content, do some more live streaming content maybe on Saturdays and Sundays, and get back to that. I mentioned this before, I'll mention it again. I met a wonderful guy on Reddit, I'd say probably about a month and a half ago or so. And we've been talking regularly. He lives in Vegas. And he's done a few live streams in the past. He told me they're just not publicly available anymore. But he wants to do a live stream with me to talk about the truth about what a DoorDash and Uber Eats delivery driver goes through. And he actually asked me if I'd be interested in doing that with him, and I'm like, yeah, dude, absolutely. Like, I was going to ask him to do it, but he asked me. It's always better when people ask you, to do something that you would have asked them, because then when it's more their idea, then it's great, because they're going to be more serious about doing it, and they're not going to waste your time, right? Same thing I say to the guys. When you're dating a woman, or getting to know a woman, or in a relationship, or married to a woman, you got to make everything more her idea. Now I'm getting another offer here, and this is another crap offer from Uber. Delivery, $6.44, 2.5 miles, Jamba Juice, 19 minutes. No, that's crap. These are lowball orders. More lowball orders. I'm not going to deliver you your Jamba Juice, a premium luxury service, when you don't tip. There may be a $1 tip on that, but honestly, if these people think that, we're going to deliver their food or their luxury Jamba Juice items to their front doorstep, or their Starbucks, or their Chipotle, or whatever, right? If they're too damn lazy to come out and get it themselves, and they're not willing to tip for us to bring it to them, then guess what? At least you're not going to get me delivering it, and most other people will decline it, and some sucker will accept the order an hour later. By the time they accept it, your Jamba Juice will be like melted. It'll be just horrible. Your Starbucks will be cold. Your other food will be cold. I don't get why these customers don't understand that when you tip your driver at least 10%, but preferably 20%, 15 or 20%, okay, you're going to get your food fast and hot, right? And it's a luxury service. But anyway, before Uber, I'll say, rudely interrupted me this time because it was a crap order. If it was a good order, I would have said, hey, it's great. I'm going to go take it, and I'll come back and finish this video. But my friend Chad from Vegas and I are going to be doing some shows and discussing the truth. It was his idea. And I was saying a second ago, it's always better when when it's a woman's idea. Like, if you want to do something with your lady, whether it involves going to dinner or cooking or going away for the weekend, you always want to make it her idea. And what I've always done in those situations is I've said, hey, babe, I'm thinking about, I'm thinking that we should maybe go away this weekend. What do you think about going away this weekend? And she's like, yeah, that sounds great. She's like, what do you have in mind? Well, maybe we can go to the Sacramento, area and go do some hiking and have some nice dinners and visit some of your friends over there. How does that, and then you got to throw in, how does that sound to you? Or do you have a better idea, right? Now, I know what my woman likes, right? And you should know what your woman likes too, right? Right? But even though you know what she likes, and more than likely she'll like your idea, you always want to put it back and say, hey, baby, how does that sound to you? Or do you have a better idea? You always want to say, do you have a better idea, right? And in most cases, anyone I've dated in the past, and with my current woman, she's like, oh, baby, that sounds great. I can't wait. Let's do it. All right. It's always better when it's someone else's idea. So in this case, Chad came to me. We talk regularly. We text regularly throughout our days of doing the DoorDash thing. He does just DoorDash. He used to do Uber Eats, but Uber sucks in this area. We both do food delivery. And we chat throughout the days. And he's tired of all this fluffer content, right? He's tired of all this fluffer nutter type of content on YouTube that other, gig economy creators are putting out there, and they're misleading and misguiding other people, leading them to believe that they can make a certain amount of money, or if they do it this way, they're going to have a better result. Like, this is a pretty cut and dry business, and I'm not going to get more into detail regarding that right now. Chad and I will do that when we do our show. But just wanted to let you folks know to subscribe to Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. The link's below in the description, couple lines down. YouTube.com/Coach Eli 2 or at Coach Eli 2. And make sure you bang the bell and select the notifications, because we're going to be doing this show either sometime this coming week or the following week, and I will promote it a day or two in advance. One more thing before I wrap up this video. I've been talking a lot about this other gig economy creator out here on YouTube, and I talk about him not just because he's in the gig economy space doing the DoorDash thing, right? But he's also a YouTuber, right? And as a coach, I've learned a lot about being out here on YouTube full-time for 6 years, and also being 49 years old and learning to balance, online and offline, and how online and offline, how they differ and how they're similar and how to handle things, right? And I will mention this, and I'm gonna actually share more about this on the live stream that Chad and I do. But Pedro DoorDash Santiago actually threatened me, in a comment earlier today. I'm recording this video on Sunday, March 19th. It'll be released Monday, March 20th. And he threatened me for no reason. I think because I actually called him out on a community posting that he made. And, what he was putting out there was just not possible. It's not physically, biologically possible what he wrote out there. So I just basically, he's going through something right now, him and his girlfriend, and but he's not being that transparent about it, which is fine. You don't have to share, everything with the world. But if you're going to put something out there that makes absolutely no sense at all, and it's biologically impossible, right? And you have 100+ comments and none of your fans call you out on the obvious, then I'm like, wow. No disrespect. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but how dumb are people? Or do people just follow people because they get emotionally sucked into whatever that person's doing, right? Like, do these people, when you follow a YouTuber, do you listen to what he or she says and do you check for accuracy, or do you not care about accuracy as long as you're emotionally sucked in to what they're doing or trying to sell you, right? And I'm not saying Pedro's trying to sell you anything. What Pedro's trying to do is get your clicks and make ad revenue from you. And maybe a few super chats and some donations, right? Right? But honestly, think about it, right? You folks are not even realizing how you're being sucked into certain YouTubers that are feeding you a bunch of fluff and really don't care about you. They're just doing whatever they feel they need to do to emotionally wrap you in, so that way you can click on their videos and they can get thousands of views and then make hundreds or thousands of dollars off of ad revenue at your expense without even you realizing it. And that's what Chad and I are gonna expose. Most of those things. We're also going to share what's truly happening in the gig economy. We're going to show screenshots. We've got a lot of proof. We're going to back up everything that we talk about with proof. And listen, we're not out to bash anyone. I'm not out to even bash Pedro or anyone else. But quite frankly, I'm just really tired of all the fluff that people create nowadays on YouTube and social media just to make money, and it needs to be talked about. And I won't even say exposed, because that's exposed is like, everyone uses that word. I'm going to expose you. I'm going to expose you, Eli. I'm going to expose you, Pedro. I'm going to expose you, whoever, blah, 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 right? I'm so sick and tired of people coming on YouTube saying, I'm going to expose you, and they make this thumbnail in big caps. Eli's exposed. Oh, great, I'm exposed. I'm fully decent. At least I don't feel I'm exposed, right? And I say, bring it on, expose me. I don't care. It's like, people have talked smack about me and I really don't care what they think about me, right? So it's not about exposing people. It's about stating the truth and truly helping people get the information they need so they can succeed and not have their time wasted and not sucked into someone else's world in a selfish way so that person can just make money, right? So anyway, with that being said, time to wrap this up. Hopefully I'll get some orders because it hasn't been that great today. But yeah, please subscribe to this channel here. Bang the bell, select notifications. Also, make sure you go below the description and subscribe to Coach Eli to Authentic Live Streams, the most positive place on the internet Positive, yet very truthful and raw and real at the same time. We're not going to blow smoke up your ass. We're not going to feed you fluff. We're going to get you what you want, right? Because I'm truly here to help people become as successful as possible personally and professionally. All right? So with that being said, have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.